I love anime. But I don't really talk about it much because it's such a niche form of entertainment. I know this channel is mostly dedicated to Western animation, but I'd like to try and talk about anime a little more often. I want to convince more people to get interested in it, or at least share why I enjoy it so much. So today let's talk about Land Saga. Land Saga is a currently airing series about a group of pop star girls that are all zombies. It's essentially an elaborate parody of the idol girls subgenre of anime. These shows are usually about a group of girls learning to be pop stars and facing all sorts of drama and problems, but at the end of the day they always succeed and become good friends. These shows are always very lighthearted and wholesome, and Land Saga is no exception. It just presents itself in a much more unique and comedic way. The intro to this series, and even some promotional stuff I saw, makes it seem like the show's gonna be horror, but when you stick with it for more than 10 minutes, you realize it's actually just an insane comedy. The main character, Sakura, gets hit by a car and dies. She's then resurrected along with some other girls, somehow. The explanation is literally, have you seen a zombie movie before? And they're all brought together by this crazy producer guy who wants to turn them all into an idol group to help support the Saga Prefecture of Japan. The girls are all naturally confused, but they all just go along with the situation because there really isn't anything else they can do. And that's pretty much the whole plot. It seems every episode will focus on a specific character as they try to adapt to the situation. The first half of an episode establishes a conflict while the girls are practicing, then the second half of the episode resolves the conflict through the girls' performance. And in the end, everyone learns something new and they become better idols and closer friends. Even though it's a parody, the show still follows a lot of tropes from the genre, but adds very unique comedic spins to everything. For example, in the second episode, the group has a performance but nobody's getting along. How do they resolve this? Well, they have an argument on stage that's misinterpreted as a rap battle, and the audience loves it and the conflict's resolved. This scene will probably be the most iconic thing to come out of the show, but there's still wonderful humor all over the place. In one episode, they're struggling to name their group, so how do they resolve this? Oh, one of the girls who can't speak sneezes, and they name the group after the sound of her sneeze. In general, the whole show is very fast and over the top. And a lot of that comes from this producer character, who's just one of the funniest characters ever. There's also a good amount of slapstick since the characters are all zombies and it doesn't matter what happens to them. The animation and voice acting are very good too, and they add a lot to the comedy. This show really just has its own special feel that I really enjoy. Even if it does seem like a typical idol anime at times, I always have a smile on my face when I'm watching it. I don't really have any major cons with the show. I think it succeeds at doing what it wants. I feel maybe some of the characters aren't as interesting as others, and they all sort of blend together in my head, but that's probably just because there aren't many episodes out yet. I'm sure as it goes, things will be more fleshed out. So far, I'm really loving this show, and if it keeps being funny and heartfelt, I don't think I'll stop loving it. Definitely one of the best comedy animes I've seen in a while. If you're looking for something over the top, silly, and wholesome, then I highly recommend this series. It's available for free on Crunchyroll with English subtitles, and English dub is coming later. Like I said, this series does follow some idol anime tropes and has a sappy power of friendship thing going on, so if you're not into that, then you probably won't enjoy some of it. It's definitely worth trying though, because whenever it's funny, it's hilarious. If you don't watch much anime, I think this series is a perfect example of the crazy humor only anime can provide. It's also an example of how anime can mix comedy and serialized storytelling. I hope you check it out if you're interested. Thanks for watching.